Good evening, you handsome lot. On the ramp today, I've got a 2010 Vauxhall Insignia 2 litre diesel, and we are having a timing belt replacement, and also the customer did want this driver side headlamp replacing, but unfortunately, I will show you now. Right, now the headlights on these cars, they are quite expensive. Even though it's an olderish car, they're adaptive, and if you don't know what adaptive means, when you turn right with the steering wheel, the headlights go that way, and turn left, they go that way, up and down, and clever for the year of it. Now, when the headlamp's full of water, which I'll show you now, what happens is the water goes down and it fills the module underneath the light full of water, and that stops it from working, and it puts all sorts of lights on the dashboard. But when they've ordered a headlight, they haven't ordered a new module, and I can't get one until tomorrow. But nonetheless, we have got another couple of little jobs that we can do on this, a timing belt and the tyre pressure monitoring system as well. Now, over the years, we have looked after this vehicle for quite some time. I've put alternator pulleys on it, it's been serviced, it has been well maintained, and it has done 133,000 miles. Right, let's make a start on getting this timing belt replaced. We need the airbox and the intake pipe out of the way. With that airbox out of the way, look how much room we've got. We like a lot of room, don't we? These are very, very simple to do, these timing belts. You need to get that upper timing cover off now. They are with 5mm Allen keys. Now, there's a lot of you mechanics going to be watching this video and you think, oh, I haven't done one of them for years. Well, I haven't done one of these timing belts for years. Well, I'm not going to lie, this customer is extremely lucky. Now, this isn't uncommon. I've seen this, all the ones I've ever changed on these engines, they've all pretty much been the same. Look at that, very lucky. When I've changed them before, they do normally, I don't know why, they just split on the sides. That's bad, that is. Now, you know what, right, I hate on all these cars, all these plastic covers and belly fans. As they're getting older, you're finding cable ties and self-tapping screws in everywhere. Oh, they are a nightmare, aren't they? Right, let's get this under tray off and just remove the splash guard from the driver's side. I hate sticks. Right, all the under trays and the inner wheel arch are now off. Connected the engine support, 15mm on the tensioner. We can get that alternator belt off. Alternator belt off, and also the crank pulley off. Now, these are held in with ride bits. Now, I've seen over the years where people have tried to use torque bits and they've rounded them. Thankfully, they're not that tight to come out. But the crank pulley itself, it was heavily corroded, so I've just had to go around it, especially just around the crank there. And you can see, just with my needle gun, and just pull all the corrosion off, and then it did have to come off with a little bit of a persuasion stick. There's 2 bolts by there. It's easier to do them underneath. I think we can drop that vehicle down now and get that engine mount off. Engine mount is now removed, and we put it just down by there. A little bit of a neat pile, keep all the bolts together. Now, the timing marks on these are, you'd think they'd put them straight, but they're not. They're right on the wonk. So we've made our own. As long as everything lines up when that belt goes back on, everything is hunky-dory. We can get on a tensioner now and do that centre bolt. Get this belt off, I think. One belt is now off. If we have a little look all the way around, remember me saying at the beginning of the video where they always split? We've got another little split there. There's little splits all over it, see? It's gone there as well. They're all over the place. And one there as well. Right, should go ahead and get this brand new kit on. And of course, we all know by now, I like to use Schaeffler INA stuff. Got new tensioner, new bolts, new belts, and also got a new water pump to go on it as well. Water pump is now removed, and also I've given that fascia a little bit of a clean. I've got a little bit of something there. Let's get a little bit of a scraper. That's better. That's better. Right, we can go ahead and get the water pump on. Brand new gasket. Remember, you do not need silicone sealant, especially if it's got a gasket. We can get that pump on now and get it chalked up. Right, well, I've put the brand new timing belt on, as you can see. Now, there is lines on the timing belt that correspond to the lines on the pulleys. Now, we go ahead and get a tensioner, a bar on our tensioner, like that. They are stupid design, these, and they are fiddly, I'm not going to lie. We can get it tensioned up. I can't do it concentrating. They do slip off a little bit. Oh, I can't do it one-handed, I'm struggling. But yeah, I've got to tension it up off the block, and there's a little hole, which I'll show you now. And it has got to line up. It's easier for me just to show you on an illustration. There's a little line that's got to fit in between, a little hole in between them two lines there. Let's get it tensioned up. Right, well, that timing belt now is all tensioned up. Now, I have had to turn it over about 6 times for the fuel pump to align back up. But as you can see, all my lines are now perfect. Should we go ahead and get this engine built back up? And there we have it with a little bit of magic. That car is all back together. Now, given all the plastics a little bit of a cleaner-oonie. Now, I was going to start it, but I don't know why. But, look at this. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Battery's flat. Now, rather than just jump start this vehicle and it probably might not start outside, or what we're going to do, we're going to put it on charge for about half an hour or so, 45 minutes. We're going to be using GYS, and I have set it up to easy. This is a 101.24, brilliant bit of kit. It does do the 16 volt lithium ready batteries for the Tesla. Ugh, I'm not interested in them. Anyway, as soon as we connect it up now, it'll go beep, and it should start charging automatically. No, it isn't. What have I done? 12 volt. Now it's charging. Now it's charging. Now, while we're waiting for that charger to do its thing, like the customer has asked us to have a little look at the TPMS sensors, see why the lights are coming on all the time. Now, there are batteries in them. They reckon about 8 years out of a battery-ish kind of thing. Well, it is 2010. If they're still on the original sensors, they have done very well. And how we're going to be doing it is a launch TPMS one. It's very simple to use, which I'm going to show you right now. Hang on, let's get the camera. On the main menu, go to Toolbox, and then TPMS, and then that will connect to the wand. Okay. I haven't used this in a while. We're going to go Europe. Oh. Let's go back. Let's go. It might be Opel, it might be Vauxhall. Let's check Vauxhall. Opel Vauxhall. There we go. And it is we're looking for Insignia. 2008 to 2014. That one there. What we're going to do is check every single valve. We can connect. We can control the computer with the wand itself. So we'll start with, that's the back of the car. We're going to go rear left. Go by the time valve. Click OK, it'll activate. And if it works, it goes beep beep. and it sends the information to the tool. Right, well, I've gone around all 4 wheels, and unfortunate for this customer, he has got 3 failed. And what we're going to do is program 3 new sensors. Now, I'm not going to show you fitting them. You've got to just break the bead on the tyre and screw them in. I'm going to show you how to program them. We go programming. Auto is going to create an ID now for this wheel, so the car can recognise it. Programming. What it's going to do now is testing the sensor to see if it's okay, and if it is okay, he's going to turn around and program it, and then give it its own unique ID. Right, well, after about half an hour, 45 minutes, that vehicle is charged up and is now running and ticking over. And the temperature is, well, the temperature gauge hasn't moved as of yet, but the vents are blowing a little bit warm. We like it a little bit warm, don't we? But however, we have now got 4 programmed sensors. Now we need to program to the car. Now sometimes you can do it off the stalk, and then others you can do it OBD. We're going to give it a go doing OBD, which we need to plug this in. Every car, when you're doing TPMS, has different methods of relearning them. I'm hoping sometimes once you've read them and it's entered onto the tool, when you plug your data link connector in, it will automatically dump all the information off there to the TPMS system. We'll have a little look. We're going to click OBD relearn, submission on, connecting to the VCI. Loading. Like I said, oh yeah, it's sending. We are sending the information. Just shut this door. I tell you what, that grinder, I feel like throwing it through a window. Every bloody tyre that we fit, clean the wheels on to stop them leaking, especially the alloy wheels. Oh, it's going off all day long. I might just get a little bit of a shed somewhere. Round the front, out of the way. But there we go. Sensor relearning succeeded. Click OK. Click OK. We're just going to have to top up, I think. Just go around and check. Oh, I don't even know what bloody button I'm pressing here. We might just have to check the tyre pressures. Right, well, I have had to bring the car out for a little bit of a test drive, for obvious reasons. Make sure the coolant's circulating, we've got no airlocks, and the temperature gauge is rising as it should be. And also, sometimes it did say on the machine, when you've programmed sensors, they do require a little bit of a test drive for about 5-10 minutes for them to recalibrate the pressures and complicated stuff. Why do they have to make it complicated? I mean, it's only going to get worse, isn't it? But anyway, this car is driving as it should. I mean, what a gorgeous day it's been today, isn't it? It's only going to get warmer, thank God. But anyway, I'm going to go back to the workshop now, get this car signed off for the customer to have it back. And if you've made it this far in the video, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. You will see me on the next one. Let's get it sent.